Hello y'all, how y'all doing? This is Devorjae, and this is True 7. Okay, this is Devorjae on True 7. And on this episode, I'm going to speak about medicine, also synonym to the word drug, also synonym to the word medical, also synonym to the word herb. All these in line can either come up through the way of basically come from singular with once it drops down into two, because there has to be an opposite. The opposite is going to be natural and then a material. Things, natural medicine or drugs, or whatever you want to call it, well, we can make it a drug due to what it's prescribed to. So, more on the natural side, those are things that naturally grow that are not man-made, and on the material side are things that aren't naturally mixed and have other mixtures of something else to mix in within that from a man-made creation, or anytime there is a manipulated or insertion of another raw material, ingredient, or element that is not extracted, but basically put into or mixed with, that makes it a materialized drug at that point. That's a medicine. That's basically this, and now I'm gonna go into the whole agenda of the whole psyche, the underlying conscious control mechanism to deter away or to separate the thought of man with medicine. So anything, all drugs such as marijuana, any plant that grows from a seed, marijuana, mushrooms, any pollen or nectar from a flower is purely natural, and drugs or medicines or herbs or whatever label or name you want to put on it, because they're all the same thing, those are natural, and those are things that cannot, aka kill you or whatever. But anything that has on the other side of the totem pole, I'll talk cocaine, crack, any any drug that you heard about when people take it and they end up killing somebody or killing themselves, those are the man-made drugs. Those are, even if there's a slight process, when there's a process, the word process, or lab, when it has to go through any of those processes, and when it has to go through that period, that's going to make it manipulated, therefore having a side effect that wouldn't be for the best upliftment or positive vibration, as such as the natural drugs, just as they are plants and trees, give life and they help you breathe. These are also natural plants, which means they vibrate and they have a more high frequency that benefits certain frequencies within you to raise certain frequencies, which is why when you experience certain reactions to more natural drugs, you notice enhancements and shifts in heights of frequencies, which causes what the word that science world as well as hallucinations. But it's more, I've talked about that in other videos, so I won't get too far off. That's just more of shifting frequencies happening and more bouncing off more movement, more vibration. That's all that's happening with you still controlling it. So when it gets to the more man-made drugs, since it's going through a lab, that means that there's a reasoning and a angle to where the effect can be pointed to enhance a certain thing on point. And sometimes it can overdo it, way overdo it, to the point that there are some neurons and things that don't bounce off right and can cause certain reactions. So but the alternative thing, because these things do shift your frequencies and get the consciousness to shift its thinking and move more, with that type of knowledge being known by, I'm going to put, say, the whole the powers, it's a conscious holding within, because obviously when people do those herbs, it goes into deep thought, deep thinking, and transition. So to hold that underlying and hold just that underlying control, like that whole process, thought process of that, just to withhold that goes into the man-made law system of why they can place things in certain places. And essentially it is a plant that grows everywhere, and which is why in some places it is legal. And probably within the next 25 to 40 years, you're going to see it in the Americas be more legalized. It's going to start with the West Coast period in general, because that's where the most populated of the probably Hispanic culture that's on the find and whole switch over there, all because of the lineage, just on the last baseline with Aztecs and the Indians and everything, and that was already within their culture naturally there. So that culture, even within years, is going to be pushed over there. So the most first, and within the U.S., that's one of the most liberated places on the continent already. So it was only going to be, if it was going to happen in the U.S., it was going to happen in California first, which it did. Well, it was not. It was even before then. It was legalized once or twice, but then it was delegalized back and forth because different reasons. I talked about that in another video. Not to go too far off. All in all, it was going to start there first in California, and then it's going to move over to Denver, the West Coast. It's probably going to be Portland next, and it's going to just start on the outside and go all the way around and dibble around and swirl and then go down to Texas like last. It's like just the South. But many European, liberated European countries, it's already legalized as far as their culture. More many in-depth reasons, but that's pretty much the psyche of that. And not to even go more in depth, that's just so y'all can know the difference between what what drugs and medicine is. They're the same thing. But you have to know that if you do smoke marijuana, like the government had essentially for just the whole thought process, the whole aspect I'm going to, knowing that the already put under melanated race, males of that, pretty much the whole stigma of how jail's mostly full of blacks and Hispanics and all that, and then there's certain systems where they can't put everybody in jail all the time, so they got systems where they put you on papers and all that kind of stuff. So when people have those type of things on them, they hear about, oh, there's a weed you smoke that's legal called K2, and a weed called K2. That's all material around. If you're taking a drug and it has any numbers and letters in it, it's not this man. So that's true. Yeah. But that's that much of an underlying control mechanism and craziness, because it will derive the person from trying not to do that. And it, like, that destroys brain cells. Weed, like, actually builds brain cells, and it makes them vibrate and grow and want to expand. So all those stigmas, and there's like studies you can look. There's a Netflix. There's a documentary. I think it's called Weed or something like that. Just look them up, or you can even type in this information yourself, and how it's 100% the most healthiest thing that a human could do due to how he does it. Vapor is 100% most of the system. Period. Marijuana is like a healing medicine. So you can study it and look at all the benefits that you do get from it, and only realize that the negatives come from you, as everything does consciously from you. Because there are many people, you can't be addicted. You can be addicted to anything, but there's no really primitive yourself. If you're addicted to something, you like it a lot. So you can say you're addicted to watching TV. I'm pretty sure all y'all watch TV a lot, unless you're all spiritual and stuff. Yeah. What other points can I hit on that? There's probably a whole lot of points I think I pretty much have to point out. And this is about to be 14 minutes, So that was that video. I think I'm gonna do another video after this. Alright, this is Devorjae True 7. Go to the website venustrineptune.4ormat.com and see all the links to other stuff and what's going on with me and all that stuff. Oh yeah, and what's that guy's name? Oh yeah, y'all should watch Ali Meyer's videos. He has some pretty good stuff too. Alright, bye bye.